I'd like to ask the Minister for Education, Sport and Culture what actions have been taken to complete the upgrade of the NSC swimming pool area and when the area will be fully open to the public.
On the Minister to reply, Mr Cregeen.
Thank you, Mr President. Varia Pool, the pool floor specialist subcontractor, attended the pool last week. The problem with the lowering of the boom has now been resolved. The pool floor and boom are now fully operational.
Supplementary, Mr Peake.
Thank you, Mr President, and thank you, Minister, for the very short answer. You were quite happy to have a longer association with the refurbishment of £4.2 million refurbishment. You're very happy with that, but quite a short answer when things go tough.
Please.
What I would like to ask is, does the Minister understand that there is a lot of pride now, because this project has not been finished, there is a lot of pride on there, and does the Minister understand that this negative effect by the lack of completion of the project, because the half the project is still not completed, is having a negative effect on the service to the public, and what is he going to do about it?
Mr Cregeen.
Thank you, Mr President. The Department is fully aware about the effect of the pool not being fully open. There are issues between the contractor and subcontractor which the Department is trying to work with. And that's a situation, we're fully aware that members of the public are not getting the use of the full investment of that facility. It is very disappointing, but officers are trying very hard to ensure that we get a resolution to this.
Supplementary, Mr Peake.
Mr President, half the area is still a building site, and there's a temporary hoarding which only covers a third of the height of the space, leaving dirt and dust to find its way into the pool area. I ask again, what steps will the Minister take to ensure that the public are in a safe and clean area when using the pool area?
Mr Cregeen.
Thank you, Mr President. The contractors have been on site. There were barriers put up. I am not aware that anybody has been working in the leisure pool area in the last number of weeks, but I will ask staff to investigate where this dirt and dust is coming from, because it is unacceptable, and we'll have it looked at.
Supplementary, Mr Morehouse.
Thank you, Mr President. Will the improvements still be completed on budget, and is there a date for the works to be completed?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr President. We still haven't got a date. The issue is with this is on the leisure pool. The issue is that the suppliers in Turkey of the flume and the stairs are having difficulties with the other subcontractors, and we are trying to deal with those issues as it's a subcontractors with another subcontractor.
Honourable Member, Mr Shimmons.
Thank you, Mr President. Would the Minister agree with me that the ongoing delays on this capital project and other capital projects in his department and in other departments is undermining the general confidence of the public in this government's ability to deliver?
Thank you, Mr President. As the honourable member asking the question is a member involved in capital projects, yes, it must be disappointing for him as well. But we are trying to work with our contractors, and once a contract has been awarded, we are at the hands of those contractors. We are trying to work with them. The contractors are on a penalty clause.
Honourable Member, Mrs Barber.
Thank you, Mr President. The Minister has just said that we're at the mercy of the contractors. At what point are we able to walk away and appoint someone else to resolve and rectify this scheme and get our swimming pool back open and functional?
Mr Cregeen.
Thank you, Mr President. This will be a matter for a legal team because of the contracts that have been drawn up.
Mr Speaker.
Thank you. Would the Minister commit to sharing any lessons learnt and issues that we could take on board as by way of procedural improvements with the Public Accounts Committee as it starts its investigation on procurement?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr President. Happy to do that.
Final supplementary, Mr Peake.
Thank you, Mr President. And the swimming pool actually closed on the Saturday the 4th of August 2018. 9-month project, 40 months down the line, we're still waiting for half the area to be open again. What delay does the Minister think is acceptable for a project like this?
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. President. I don't think any delay is acceptable. We have been trying to work with the contractors and their subcontractors and subcontractors to the subcontractors. This has gone through Treasury procurement. You know, as the honourable members asking the question are part of Treasury, I hope that we would get their support in trying to rectify this.